Hey, Link. You want to spin? You do want to spin. Let's go spin. Hello there, everybody, and welcome back to Twilight Princess HD. Last time, we went through the first half. Well, actually, we're probably 2/3 of the way in. Honestly, there's not really that much dungeon left to do now that we have the spinner. Well, speaking of which, we got the spinner last time after beating up the 4 Poe brothers, I guess, and we defeated Death's Sword. So, let's see what we can do now that we have our brand new, bright and shiny spinning top. Not a Beyblade, because everybody's made that comparison already. Alright, so we got a few rooms here that will test our skills at using this thing. So, let's do it. You can use the spinner to ride atop of quicksand, as you can plainly see. And we're able to get these treasure chests along the way. Let's do this. Whee! Yeah, let's go! You can also use the spinner to attack enemies, although I'm pretty sure the attack power on the spinner is relatively low. Unfortunately, so there you go. Stealth foes, you don't even get to do shit because it's because, you know, you're worthless now that you get, well, once you're basically destroyed by bombs. We got our second piece of heart right there. That's not the yellow rupee that we, you know, just picked up. So, yeah, we're basically all done with heart pieces for the dungeon. Now we just gotta get the big key, which we did actually see very briefly in one of the main rooms after we entered the second half. So let's keep riding along these rails. These big old rails. The big iconic rails of the spinner. Bye-bye. I don't even care about you guys. I don't even care about these guys. I'm just like, yeah, go, 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 go. D! For destroy the Stalfos. I'm not gonna even make that inappropriate joke because that is inappropriate, despite the fact that I swear all the time. Oh, jeez. Oh. Okay, so now we're in the section where we have to time our jumps to avoid those little spike trap things. So time it just right, and you'll be able to hop from one rail to the other. Simple as pie. Now, speaking of the spinner and Death Sword, you can actually skip the fight with Death Sword and go straight to the spinner. Well, again, somewhat on GameCube anyway. Well, what I mean by on GameCube is that you can use the power of your wolf's jumping abilities, aka using a, you know, sort of a midnight charge, to time your jump just right, so that Wolf Link can go over the gate that opens up after you beat Death's Sword, and you know, do the thing. Is that every single chest? Yeah, it is. Okay, we're good. Sick. Yeah, that's how you're able to skip that fight. I don't remember if it's possible on Wii or HD, but if it's possible on GameCube, it's possible anywhere. One more room. And all you have to do for this room is to time your jump perfectly in order to go over here. And then do the thing where you make like dance, like Simple. I'm just making sure again. Did I get every single chest? The boss is obviously on the 4th floor, so... Yep. That's it. Arbiter's Grounds compared to Lake Bad Temple is obviously pretty easy. But I can't deny in saying that it's actually really fun. Arbiter's Grounds is such an interesting dungeon. I really like the puzzles. I love the theme. I love the backstory behind it. It's so good. What's also so good is the upcoming boss fight. So get ready to see some crazy shit.
You still live. How astonishing. No wonder some call you hero.
But this is truly a bittersweet reunion. Truly. For I fear this is the last time I will see you alive. That's a big skeleton! Star-Lord! Look at this dude! Oh, jeez! This thing uses the flowing sands to protect itself. What a creep. Give it to him with that little spinner of yours, Link. Hell yeah, we will. As soon as I get the hell out of here. Normally, you're supposed to start right away by using the spinner to, well, break his spine. Just like this. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Then once all that's done, it's gonna spew gas, I guess. He's gonna have little soldiers protecting this guy, but nothing's wrong with a good old-fashioned navigating all the way over to a spine and cracking it. And now for the 3rd hit, obviously. 3rd hit is obviously not going to be that easy because protecting his spine is about 5 of those soldiers that he's risen from the dead. So it'll be your job to knock back one of them and get him. Now that's a good old tactic. In a remix that no one saw coming, we get to hear this. Again, it's like this video game was made for me. Only me specifically. Because, well, the Ocarina of Time callback is amazing. They actually rearranged my preferred boss theme, which is the theme of the fire bosses in Ocarina of Time. It's so good. Like, even me, who actually prefers that as a kid, who knew that song, it was just like, oh! It was just like, oh! You can probably tell I love Zelda a bit much, do I? Either way, what you're supposed to do is, as soon as Style Lord attacks, you just hop, set hop, and then boom! Now you can actually get him on the one note takedown, but it's also incredibly easy to just one cycle him with spin attacks. But of course, I'm not that cruel. I'm not going to end it that easily. I'm going to end it with a mortal draw. That's what I'm going to do. Now, as time goes on, as the battle goes on, more of those spike traps will appear, and it'll be up to you to jump out of the way in time. When Style Lord appears, all the spike traps will disappear. If you have good timing, then again, you can take him down without even having to wait. All right. Mortal draw time. Come on. Okay, fine. Fair enough. We'll just jump attack him like a boring guy. God. All right, Link, let's go. We're close to the mirror of Twilight. That we are. All right, that's 12 out of 20. Arbiter's Grounds is not only a fun dungeon, but a fun boss fight. I love that boss fight so much. If there's one thing that the Arbiter's Grounds and the Spinner does well, is that it makes a great first impression. And what an incredible first impression for the Spinner that was. You can't even wait to see, like, the applications of this thing. It's so much fun. Now, here's a fun fact. Whenever you make it to this area from the boss's side, the game actually changes to nighttime every single time. That's why I said, you know, a way of advancing time is technically not being possible in this game is technically untrue. It all has to do with entering the mirror chamber from the boss's side and the Boblin Fortress. Of course it can't be so easy. But now here's the thing, you got 5 Shadow Beasts to deal with. So what will you do? What will you do? I'm gonna get him with the 1. Get him with the 2 and 3. And get him with the 4! Ah! Cool. I'm gonna become a wolf for this, actually. I feel like they're much better. I feel like it's much better fighting these guys as Wolf Link, actually. It's definitely a lot more fitting, you know? Besides, it's actually easier. It is actually kind of sort of easier this way. A dark entity lurks in the twilight. It houses an evil power. You who are guided by fate, you who possess the crest of the goddesses, hear us. At the command of the goddesses, we sages have guarded the mirror twilight since ancient times. You seek it, but the mirror twilight has been fragmented by mighty magic. That magic is a dark power that only he possesses. His name is... Ganondorf. He was the leader of a band of thieves who invaded Hyrule in hopes of establishing dominion over the sacred realm. He was known as a demon thief, an evil magic wielder renowned for his ruthlessness. But he was blind. In all of his fury and might, he was blind to any danger, and thus he was exposed, subdued, and brought to justice. Yet... By some divine prank, he too had been blessed with the power chosen by the gods. His abiding hatred and lust for power turned into purest malice. Perhaps that evil power has been passed on to Zant. You're just now figuring out where Zant got his power? It's far too late. Only the true leader of the Twilight can utterly destroy the Mirror of Twilight, so Zant could merely break it into pieces. Once broken by magic, the Mirror of Twilight became fragments, which even now lie hidden across the land of Hyrule. One is in the snowy mountain heights. One is in an ancient grove. And one is in the heavens. You who have been sent by the goddesses, you should be able to gather the 3 pieces. But you must be prepared, for dangerous power resides in those fragments.